Today we are making Khachapuri from Georgia. I am sleepy. I know it's 10:40. I just got up. Well, like 20 minutes ago at this point. Voice gonna be a little bit more raspy. That's what we're doing today. This is a large bread boat that you fill with cheese. That's what this national dish is. Pretty excited for it. Bringing it to Easter, so gotta get a move on here because it takes an hour to proof, and I'm supposed to be there at 1. So not much time left here. Let's get started. You're gonna need instant yeast, an egg. 3 eggs actually, if you're making like 2 of them like I am. Feta cheese, I got 12 ounces here. Pound and a half of mozzarella. Looks like this one's cracked and it's the one that's going in first. We need milk, lactose freaks, you know, lactose intolerant. All-purpose flour, some oil, a little bit of butter. That's it. Not many ingredients here. This is a nice foamy mess of yeast and water that's been sitting here for about 5 minutes while I set up the camera. Figured I would just get ahead of it. But your first step here is to get that yeast going. Temperature-wise on yeast, your water needs to be about 110 degrees. So just some warm water. Make sure it isn't over 135. That will kill your yeast. And then get a cup of milk. And you're gonna want this milk to be warm as well, right? Similar in temperature. How are we gonna do that? I'm not positive. For starters, I'm just gonna microwave it for 30 seconds, hope for the best. But get your yeast mixture into your mixing bowl. Okay, after a 30-second microwave session, we are at about 93 degrees. 90 degrees seems. I'm gonna go with 10 more seconds. And we're at 105, which is pretty much perfect. So get this in with your yeasty water. I'm just gonna pour it back into this cup just to try and get some of the extra yeast that's still hanging out in here. Grab an egg, I think it was this one that I dropped, and just beat it up. And get it on in too. And then you need 2 tablespoons of oil. Can be olive, can be canola, can be sunflower. It just makes the dough more pliable, apparently. And now you just get that in there. You can use a food processor. Most videos use food processors. I don't have one. Okay, once that's good and mixed, grab our bowl back. And now it's time for you guys to experience why I'm terrible at baking. 4.5 cups of sifted flour. See me spilling this all over the place? I don't understand baking. Now that you're done making the world's largest mess, go ahead and get this back in the stand mixer. And get it mixing. Let it go, it'll probably take a couple minutes to come together, but once it's together, we're good. It's just vibrating my entire kitchen, but dough is being formed, and that's all that matters. I'm very excited. I don't make dough. I don't do this. This is not a thing that I normally do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got pizza dough that I pre-bought in the fridge just in case. I pre-bought some pizza dough. Is that allowed for this dish? I'm not sure, but like ingredients are exactly the same as pizza dough. This seems to just be a very basic dough. I shouldn't have touched that yet. Wow, that was silly of me. God dang it. Let's just get all the dough off your hands because you don't want that. Get yourself a bowl, line it with oil. You'll be putting your dough ball in there in a second. First, let's get it out. Since I'm running out of workspace, I'm just gonna use the stove, whatever. It's already horrendous, covered in flour. I did just wipe it down yesterday, so it should be fine. My hands too. You're gonna get in there. And normally you need to knead this a little bit, but honestly, with how much just got kneaded there, normally do this in a food processor and then knead it just a little bit by hand. I think this is good. Form it into a bowl. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty ball-like. Slap it a couple times. Grab it, bam, into your dish. Hit her with a little bit of oil, why not? Let that sit for an hour so it can rise. All right, we're back. It's been almost an hour. Just to tell you, you were supposed to cover this. This is a t-shirt that I was wearing. I didn't have a towel on hand, so shirt it is. Cheese blend. You need feta cheese, and you're gonna need mozzarella. Not always. There were 2 other cheeses that they use there in Georgia, but you can't buy them in America. These are the 2 substitutes. I'm moving past the whole phase of trying to remember what those cheeses were called because I got no idea. So, 1.5 pounds of mozzarella. You should fresh grade this so it melts better, but who has the time, you know? Nobody's got the time for that. 12 ounces of feta cheese. I'm causing such a mess here, man, and I don't got time to clean any of this stuff. Lucky for me, roommate is out of town. Splash of water and start mixing. You might need more than a splash. Let's go 2 splashes. And yeah, there you go. Cheese blend made. Nice and clumpy, nice and together. Put it to the side. Okay, look at the dough. Bam, big old dough ball. Grab your flour back and lightly flour your workstation here. You're also gonna wanna flour your hands a bit. Take your dough, grab this bad boy out of there. Grab your rolling pin, flour that, and just start rolling this out. Now, normally, when you make this recipe, you're gonna cut this into pieces, right? And you're gonna make several small little boats. But today, I'm just gonna make one real big one because I am taking this to Easter and serving it as an appetizer. So I'm just gonna casually date this video if I haven't yet to this point, even though I think I've mentioned that I'm going to Easter with the family, which I am very, very late for. Oh, no. You don't get to curl back up. That's not how this works. My goal is to make this fit across this sheet pan. Rotate it a little bit. What we're gonna do is take the corners, start rolling. I probably overly floured the workspace. On rolling. Other side. Roll it until you get a nice little canoe. Take your tips and squeeze them together. There you go. That looks nice. Now, if you're cool like me and you have a pizza plank, this is gonna come in handy. Surface that you're about to put it onto for a secondary proof. Oh, by the way, tragedy, I forgot to put salt in this. I don't know if you guys noticed. You know, that thing that I do very frequently in these videos. Completely forgot. You're supposed to put a teaspoon of salt in here. Oh no, my guy. All right, how am I gonna? Oh, I probably should have just made this on this. I really don't know what I'm gonna do here. Oh my God, dude. I am the king of cooking. You have never met a better chef on YouTube. I am the best chef on YouTube. All those other YouTubers who cook, losers. I don't care if this didn't really fit on this sheet pan and it's kind of crumbled up. We can fix it. I don't care if I just talked about how I forgot to salt the dish. That doesn't even matter. Who cares? We got ourselves the dough on a sheet pan. Do you understand what this means to me? I am terrible at baking, but we have a dough and it's on a sheet pan. Absolutely killing it. Forgot the salt? Who cares? Throw some salt on now. Will that mix into the dough? No. Will it change the flavor that much? Probably not, because I'm about to dump multiple pounds of salty ass cheese on this. Structurally, how will this work since I made it extra large instead of small? That's not my problem right now. Right now, I need to let this sit for another hour, come back to it. That's what I need to do. And I need to be in the car because I was supposed to be driving over there several minutes ago. So I'll see you guys later. All right, I'm at Easter with the family. You can hear the children going. This is Steven. You've never seen him before. Put the cheese mixture on the bread. Just fill the whole middle up with cheese. Should look like that. Get it to 450. Put it in there for 15-ish minutes. We'll see in 15 minutes what it looks like. Alright, then we gotta add some eggs. So we gotta put a couple divots. And then put egg yolks in those divots. Alright, one of them broke, but it is what it is. We successfully put 2 on there. Okay, now take your butter. Hit the crust with the butter stick. Then grab a couple pads of butter and stick them on in there. And put it back in the oven for 3 more minutes. And that's it. That's the whole thing. That's the dish. Pull out, mix it up, serve it, and eat it. And then you're supposed to just mix the whole thing all the way through with the butter and the cheese and the egg.
I think it looked nicer before. Yeah.
It does look a lot nicer before. Really good, really cheesy. Tastes exactly how you think it would. It's cheese and bread. Fantastic. Eat it.